So I want to talk about the American Express Platinum card for Schwab and why it's a good card for investors. So first off, the sign-up bonus, 60,000 membership rewards points after 5,000 spend in the first 3 months of purchase. Now you can convert these to your Schwab investor account at a rate of 0.0125 cents per point. So on that sign-up bonus alone, that's $750,000. $750, and you'll get 5x on airfare and hotels booked through that Amex travel website. So just that alone, including the spend that you put on it, depending on what you get, that's probably $1,000. And then we have the annual fee of $550, but the credits can make up for the fee. What's interesting here is the Schwab appreciation bonus. So you receive a $100 statement credit if your qualifying Schwab holdings are equal to greater than $250,000. And you'll receive a $200 statement credit if your Schwab holdings are over $1 million. So the interesting thing about that is that for that requirement, the holdings can include your 401k or IRA, HSA, that's what Schwab, or mortgage balances, which I found out. So, Schwab partners with Quicken Loans, and if you have, greater than 250k or $1 million in mortgage, you can qualify for that credit. So that's pretty good. You'll get one membership rewards point for every dollar, and that investor rewards, as I talked about earlier, that goes straight into your brokerage account. It happens same day, and when you do this, you won't have to pay any taxes on it. So it's pretty good, unlike referrals. This Uber ride with Platinums is okay. You'll get $15 credit every month and $20 in December for $200 total. 5x on airfare and rewards, 5x on book through AmexTravel.com, as I mentioned earlier. And this is kind of one of the crown jewels, the Amex Centurion Lounge, which they have in kind of different areas of the country. Most recent one opening up in Charlotte, and I think they're opening one in LA, and this is early 2020. They're okay. If you're a frequent traveler, your goal is to spend the least amount of time at the airport as possible, but if you have a delay, it's nice to have these lounges that you can go into, but it's not something where I would get to the airport early just to use the lounge, but it is a nice perk. And then the infamous $200 airline fee credits. Schwab has been more strict on, or Amex has been more strict on this. You used to be able to buy gift cards online and they get reimbursed for it, so they closed that down. A lot of people are trying to figure out new ways to use that credit. I used it last year, right before they got rid of that loophole with the gift cards this year. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. I usually fly American, and I travel a lot for work, so I have status there, and on Economy Plus, you get free check bags, free alcohol. So I don't know how I'm going to use that credit. Probably for a change fee. If I make a mistake in my booking, which I've done in the past, this $200 credit could offset that. So I kind of just view it as insurance if I ever need to change my flight. And then the global entry and TSA pre-check. If you have global entry, TSA pre-check is a part of that. It's a subsidiary, so you might as well go for the global entry, and you'll get a $100 credit, and that's how much it costs for the application every 4.5 years when you need to renew, and that can be useful. A lot of people have TSA pre-check now. I think Clear is the hot new thing, but it really depends. From my experience traveling, if the TSA agent decides they want to stop you, the time you save with pre-check or clear goes out the window. So It's a benefit, but it really depends. You never know how investigative those TSA agents are going to be, and that's just the high level overview. You do need to have a Schwab brokerage account, which is kind of linked to their investor checking, which I like. Uh, I have it, but recently I've been using SoFi. It's a money account as it operates kind of in the same way, but you do get you'll get your credit reimbursed at the immediately for any ATM fees worldwide, and you get a higher interest rate. I think as of right now, in March 2020, SoFi offers 1.6 APY on their cash, whereas Schwab is it's just a few basis points. It's definitely under 1% or 100 basis points. But yeah, I mean, I think if we look into the FAQs on this appreciation bonus, that was how I was able to discover that loophole. Well, it's not really a loophole, but regarding mortgages. So this section right here, the Schwab appreciation benefit, your holdings will be measured within 5 business days of card account approval, and on the first calendar day of your annual card account renewal. And then the qualified holdings part. Your holdings are the sum of the following assets and obligations. So non-retirement Schwab brokerage accounts, and balances held in retirement Schwab brokerage accounts, so your 401ks, IRAs, etc. And then third option is your checking, saving, money market, which I wouldn't recommend holding with Schwab because they don't give you good yield there. But it's really the fourth one, which I think is good for investors. The outstanding, if you don't have your 401k with Schwab, the outstanding mortgage and home equity loan balances owed to Schwab Bank by the basic card member. Retirement assets not held in accounts listed above are excluded. So maybe if you have a self-directed 401k or IRA that's invested in real estate or something like that. But that's a pretty good way to get a discount on this card. So I mean, I like it. The Amex Platinum, you get really good purchase protection. That relationship with Schwab, I mean, I think the best 3 brokerages are Vanguard, Schwab, and Fidelity. Fidelity has its own card, which I can talk about. And Schwab has these cards. I can make another video on the investor card, but it doesn't offer as much value as the Schwab Platinum. As a consultant right now, I travel kind of every week for work. So I put all the airfare on my own cards and I get reimbursed. So just from the cashback alone, I'm getting a lot of value for this. But even if I transition to a job with less travel, I still think I would keep this card because I plan on utilizing that Schwab appreciation bonus with real estate holdings, and then just the purchase protection and all the other benefits that you get with the card. Schwab or American Express has different versions of the Platinum card. This just happens to be the Schwab one. There's like a Morgan Stanley one, which may be closed down. There's a Goldman Sachs one. But there's just some other general Amex Platinum benefits that they don't really talk about here. You get $50 a year towards Saks Fifth Avenue. So I think and it's or $100 a year, and it's split up with $50 allocated to you every 6 months, which you'll just get reimbursed for. So I use it online, and I've had this card for a few years now, and for the first few times I would get underwear and I got a wallet, socks, things like that. But I eventually ran out of things to purchase, so I kind of thought, what can I get that's under $50 or around that amount? So I looked at the grooming section and I saw that you could get, Kiehl's and Aesop and, Tom Ford, certain luxury men's grooming products for like $50. And that's actually a nice perk. Those are things that I wouldn't pay for with my own money. But with this credit, I've been using them and I actually enjoy it. So maybe it's a little bit of lifestyle creep there. But as long as I can get that credit, I really enjoy those kind of luxury grooming products. That's just a good way that I found to use the Saks credit. I still don't know what I'm going to do for the airfare. If if I don't have a change fee to eat at the end of the year, I don't know. That will just go unused. But I think net overall, I'm still getting positive value, largely because I travel every week for work. So yeah, I mean Schwab is pretty good brokerage. Sure, a lot of people are moving over to Schwab with some of their recent M&A activity, notably with TD Ameritrade. I think they bought some other firms as well. So a lot of people are getting rolled up into Schwab right now. They have some pretty good products. I can make a video on their index funds and their trading platform and research and whatnot. But as far as this credit card goes, I think this is the best version of the American Express Platinum, the Amex Platinum for Schwab. So I highly recommend it. In the past, they have had $100,000 bonuses. I would try to find that maybe on certain websites. You may need to go through an incognito window, but as of right now, the standard bonus is 60,000 points. That's what I've been getting. So, it's a good card. Check it out. And this is Investor Blue Book. Talk to you later.